Welcome back to Gooner Fanzine TV after Arsenal's 1-1 draw with Sheffield United at the Emirates on Saturday afternoon. I'm here with Dan the Man Mountney. We're just going to talk about his player ratings as in his position as Arsenal correspondent for the Evening Gazette. Go on then, Dan, give us your player ratings.
So Leno gave us 6. Didn't really have anything to do. I don't think he could have done much with the goal either. It was a really good finish, wasn't it? May have taken a slight deflection as well, which obviously didn't help, but I think he played well out with his feet. That little dummy past Ollie McBurney in the first half was a bit of a nervy moment, but he pulled it off. Thought he commanded his box fairly well. He came for a fair amount of crosses, so yeah, it was okay. 6 basically.
Okay. Yep. Next.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I had him down as a 7.5 up until the goal.
Okay.
Knocked him down to 6.5, I think, because he should have been a lot closer to John Fleck, basically. He kind of turned his back as well. He wasn't looking where the ball was when the shot came in, so needs to do better defensively in that regard. But I thought he had an okay game. He seems to have improved under Mikel Arteta, so yeah. Just working out tweaking those little things defensively will probably help him a little bit. But yeah, I thought it was fairly okay, 6.5.
6.5, yeah, I probably agree with that, really. It was quiet without being disappointing, but not influential enough to get a higher grade. So yeah, I think fair enough.
Yeah, and then David Luiz, I gave a 7. I think since Arteta's come in, he's kind of relished that leadership role. You can see he's being more vocal, he's leading from the back, and the mistakes have gone away a little bit, which is really good to see. So yeah, 7 for him. I thought he was fairly decent. Yeah.
And what about in terms of bringing the ball out today? Sheffield United work hard to deny time and space, don't they?
I thought he did quite well though. I can't remember a point where he kind of gave the ball away in a silly area, which he has been renowned for doing his time at Arsenal and throughout his career, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, better again today.
I'll be quite interested in his heat map just to see how far forward he did get on a consistent basis. Really,
quite far forward, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But it's just part and parcel of the way he plays, and we've seen it throughout his career. So I don't think he's going to change now.
No. Okay. So what'd you give him? 7.
7.
7. Yeah, I think it's pretty fair comment.
Yeah. Mustafi, I kind of went backwards and forwards. So I started him off as a 5 because I thought he was awful in the first half. He kept making mistakes, giving the ball away. That one way he tried to shield it out of play, and McBurney just nicked it off him. Was kind of peak Mustafi. It was a classic moment of his. I thought he improved as the game went on. I thought he was getting stuck in a bit more. He was winning important interceptions, winning important tackles. But I think he could have helped Maitland-Niles a bit more with that goal. He maybe could have taken responsibility and gone out and blocked or whatever, but it was okay. Game of 6.
Yeah. I mean, that's the crux of it, isn't he? I don't think he takes enough responsibility for an experienced centre half, one who's part of a World Cup winning squad, basically. Yeah. So
he played. The weird thing was, he obviously won a World Cup. He plays a right back. He didn't play as a centre half.
Yeah, and I think he only played a couple of games and didn't get anywhere near the final, obviously. But it's just another frustrating display from Mustafi. I think we both interviewed him. I've been in a mixed zone when he's been there, and he talks really well, and he seems like a nice guy, and he's always saying he'll learn from his errors and mistakes, and I think he does like playing for Arsenal to a certain extent, but
I just don't think he's at the level required.
No.
And I feel sorry for him because, as you say, we've interviewed him a few times, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he stands up for what he thinks is right in terms of his own performances and teammates or whatever. But I just don't think he's at the level required, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was a really interesting interview with him last week in the Arsenal programme, talking about his life and the issues and the challenges he suffered and his family have suffered. Mm-hmm. And he's had quite a tough upbringing in terms of the issues he's faced due to sort of political issues that have gone on, basically, and the fact that he went to Everton as an 18-year-old at Calais Youth, he's struggled to adapt to a different environment, and he sort of kicked on from there. He was in Sampdoria for a while, where he sort of rebuilt his
Valencia as well. Home country, which I can imagine probably might be a little bit difficult for him, being away from family or whatever. Obviously, as you say, he's been at Everton, Sampdoria. I don't think he's ever played for a German club. So, I mean, as I say, I do feel a bit sorry for him, but it's just not the standard needed, basically.
So what are Arsenal going to do about it? They're going to keep him to the summer and sell him now? What do you do?
I think the defensive situation they're in, obviously, Socrates out with illness. Hopefully he'll be back Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Chambers out for the rest of the season. Holding, don't know whether he's back to full fitness yet, which leaves basically Mustafi and David Luiz, isn't it? Obviously, Mavropanos has gone out on loan, Saliba, we can't get back till the summer. So they've essentially got 2 fully fit centre halves, which is not good. I think they need to get someone in before they sell him, basically. I don't think they can afford to get rid of him now in terms of just pure numbers rather than quality.
So another 6 months with Mustafi, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Bukayo Saka, impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
Yeah.
I gave him a 7.5. I think for someone who's not a left back, he certainly looks like a fairly decent one.
Yeah.
He's had to play there a few times now, hasn't he? And every time I've been impressed with him.
Yeah.
He sticks back and does defensive work well. He's obviously a threat going forward. I think having him there is an advantage on the attack because you're essentially making the opposition defend against 2 wingers, which is quite difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been impressed with the defensive work more than anything, though. He works hard, gets stuck in, knows where he should be. I think he's in the right areas a lot of times. Obviously, there's still bits to improve and areas to learn, but I'm doing all right. So, yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I was sort of quote the sort of example of Ashley Cole. He started as a left winger. He got
most
dropped.
Fullbacks do, don't they?
Well, I mean, not everyone, but I mean, obviously he did start his Arsenal career as a left winger, got dropped further back basically, and became the best left back in the world for a spell. I'm not saying Xhaka will get anywhere near that, but at the same time, I think there is potential there for him or the club to explore the possibility of him playing there long term. Certainly this season when Tierney's out. I was talking to a couple of people from the Arsenal French Supporters Club. They were talking about that lad from PSG basically.
Yeah, Kurzawa.
Kurzawa, yeah. They weren't impressed by him. They weren't impressed by him.
Not heard very good things about him.
No, absolutely. So, I mean, why would Arsenal need to bring in a player like that when they've got Saka, who can potentially carry on? Obviously, Kolasinac back, Tierney back in March, hopefully. You know, I don't think they need a left back.
Well, the weird thing with Kurzawa is it looks like it's going to be done in the summer rather than now. We just don't need him, basically. It's a bit weird. It's just, bizarre. Yeah, I'd much rather stick with Saka there from what I've heard about Kurzawa.
Exactly, and if we're talking Kurzawa, what does that say about Arteta's thoughts on Tierney if he's looking to bring another left back in, basically?
I think probably Tierney's injury concern more than anything.
Well, yeah. Let's hope he's not one of those players who's just literally made of balsa wood, who's always going to suffer from injuries, because he can be a really, really good player for Arsenal, but he's not really shown it so far, unfortunately, because of those injuries, and hence Saka being there. So, what did you give Saka again?
7.5.
7.5. Yeah, I think it's probably right. I think there was a spell he was bombing on down the left flank during the game today. Who was the lad who got a yellow card for
George Baldock?
Yeah, Baldock. Yeah, Baldock basically hauled him down because he knew how much of a threat Saka was bombing down that left flank. So yeah, I thought Saka did well defensively. I thought he held his position well. I thought he was strong, but attacking wise, he did really well as well, drawing on his experience of playing further forward on the left flank. So yeah, I thought he did well today. 7.5. I think that's a good score.
And then Lucas Torreira gave him an 8. Really good again from him.
Yeah.
I mean, when we spoke to Lee Dixon a few months back, what did he say to us? He said, just put him in front of the back four and let him go left to right, and just do that.
Yeah.
He's been doing that under Arteta, and he's shown his quality, basically. He just stands there and sweeps things up.
Yeah.
Putting out little fires here and there, winning the ball back and playing simple pass. It's really easy. He's doing it really well. Yeah. It's the kind of player Arsenal need, basically.
Yeah.
I think he could have had a bit more support from Xhaka, we'll come on to in the second half. But yeah, impressed them again, so 8. Yeah,
absolutely. And obviously Arteta was speaking about him this week in his press conference at London Colney after his injury last week that forced him off at half-time against Palace. And he just said he's a tough lad. He just wants to play. And that's exactly what he did today. And he loves getting involved. Like you say, putting out fires, getting stuck in. That's what he wants to do. No wonder he was so fed up and disappointed under Emery and frustrated because he wasn't being played in the right position. So that's why Arsenal bought Torreira, and that's the potential he's got, basically. And that's what he did today. So yeah. What did you give him again?
An 8.
An 8. Yeah. Man in the match potentially.
No.
Oh, coming on to that and go on.
Well, it's not Granit Xhaka.
Never is it?
Well, no, he was against Man United.
Well,
just weren't here to hear it.
Well, I was at the game. I just couldn't be bothered to meet you afterwards.
Lovely. Xhaka I gave a 6.5. Gave the ball away carelessly a few times. Didn't really control the game in the second half, but I think that was more to do with where Arteta was putting him positionally, kind of slotting him into the back three rather than alongside Torreira. So yeah, 6.5, still okay. Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of a chat, a tactics chat in a previous video, a reaction video, a press box video about Granit Xhaka dropping back into defence. We were actually chatting during the game, talking tactics as well, which was actually quite interesting, really, because we had different views and stuff. But don't you think he should have been marked up a little bit for his tactical and his formational flexibility in being able to drop back? Yeah, definitely, but I just don't think he was in the right spot at the right time. Okay, basically, and I don't know whether that's down to what Arteta was telling him or just his natural positioning and understanding. But yeah, he just should have been alongside Torreira, basically, helping Arsenal control the game. Like, yeah, fair enough, you can drop deep to get the ball from Luiz or whatever, but there was points where he was literally, like, parallel with him, next to him. Yeah. It just shouldn't have been, basically, for me. Yeah. But what do I know? Well, no, I mean, same here. I mean, what I was impressed with the fact he was in that back, it looked like a back five when Arsenal had the ball, when Luiz was going forward. Yeah. I was quite surprised that he actually dropped back to make it almost a 4 with Luiz pushing forward, rather than sort of supplementing Luiz's attacks further forward. That was really striking to me. I couldn't see why he dropped back initially, and I was trying to work out the formation, as you know, because we had a chat, but I thought it was quite good. I really did. Obviously, defensively,
in terms of the goal and being positionally inept in terms of being able to snub it out, yes, it wasn't very good. But I like the fact he's doing that, and hopefully there'll be more of that, because I thought it made Arsenal look more solid in case.
Do you not think it invited pressure though? I mean,
not if Arsenal got the ball. If Arsenal are going forward, then if you're dropping back into a back four, you're basically solidifying that back four while your colleagues push further forward. You know, Torreira's never be a supplementary attacking midfielder. Xhaka is not going to do it either. Say again.
Only dropping in there when Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my point.
So yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But because they've not had that previously, though, have they? They've always had a 3 if they're playing 4 at the back. So I like the fact there was a 4 when Arsenal had the ball. That was my whole point. So
personally, I'm not a fan. But
no, okay, no. Fair enough. Look for yourselves. Next time Xhaka drops back into the back 4, 5, 3, whatever you want to call it,
9.
7. Yeah, have a look, because I was very impressed by that, and I thought it was really good. Dan doesn't think so, but yeah, let us know what you think about that. Anyway, back to the player ratings.
I'll go Nicolas Pepe next.
Okay.
7.
Was it a penalty or not? To start with.
Well, we were discussing in a previous video, and I said if that tackle gets made anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick.
Yeah.
So why is it not a penalty?
And if it's not a penalty, it's a dive. So why not a yellow card?
Yeah. I mean, as I said in the previous video, I think the way he plants his left foot was a bit kind of unnatural, which maybe says to me he was looking for it a little bit.
But they do, though, don't they? And there was contact.
Every player does.
Yeah.
If there's contact like there was, I mean, it was, across him, it stopped him going through. It should have been a penalty for me.
Yeah. Just to confirm that Mike Dean didn't go to VAR.
He did go to VAR.
He did go to VAR. Okay, I was too busy writing at the time to double check that.
Compared to VAR's normal looking time, it was very short. It was literally probably about 20, 30 seconds. They had 2 looks at it, I think.
Okay.
So
good old Mike Dean, who was actually marking.
Hit me with the stat.
Marking his 500th game in charge of a Premier League game basically today. So 58 Arsenal games I think he's reffed. What is it? 27 wins.
There was a couple of boos when his name got announced.
Just a couple. It should be more than that, shouldn't it? I like the fact Arsenal sort of did a little tweet saying it's Mike Dean's 500th game. Here's his award. But they did it when no one else was around, and they certainly didn't do it before the game or whenever. So what does that say about Mike Dean's popularity? But
of course,
that's a different story.
Anyway, back to Pepe. I thought he did quite well in the first half, driving at people, causing problems. He linked well with Martinelli. He set up a couple of chances for him.
Certainly in first half.
Faded a bit in the second half, but I think that's probably more of a fitness thing rather than anything else. I think that's probably the case with a lot of Arsenal players at the moment.
Yeah.
In terms of adapting to what Arteta wants, fitness-wise and intensity-wise. So 7. Thought it was okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then Mesut Ozil, bit disappointed with him today. Gave him a 6.
Yeah.
I think he took up some really good spaces, but I think there was a bit of lack of that killer pass, or there was a couple of times when the ball was played to him, he was a bit off balance, wasn't quite ready for it or whatever. Can maybe put that down to the teammate who passed it to him. But I wasn't very impressed with him today, so 6. But the one thing I must say is his work rate and his energy and the amount of running he's putting in for the team is vastly improved. And we've been saying that for years, we want it from him. So, we've got to give him a bit of praise for that, because he's finally showing it. Yeah, completely agree. He was on the front cover of the Arsenal programme today, and there was a little quote just saying, something about I thrive in... I'm a playmaker, I need space. Yeah, basically, yeah. And it's he obviously wasn't given space today. Sheffield United, a very hard working side that closed down space. So he just tried his best, and he worked as Mesut Ozil can, basically. Yeah. So, I think it's fair enough. And then Gabriel Martinelli is my man of the match. I gave him an 8.5. Yeah. Obviously scored the goal, worked his socks off as he always does. So much promise with him, and Arsenal have done so well to find him. And hopefully, under Arteta, I think it probably is going to nurture him like he is with the likes of Nelson, Saka, all those young players that are coming through at the moment. So a lot to come from him, but really positive signs so far. Yeah. I thought he looked really lively. He fed off Pepe and others. Took his goal. I mean, it was a striker's goal basically. He wasn't too far off the line, but he made sure he slotted it home. Right spot, wasn't it? Right spot, absolutely. So I like him. There's so much more to come from him. He's got the right attitude, right temperament. I know Aubameyang is his suspended captain tweeted out during the game. He's going to be big for Arsenal. Not just because of his talent, but because of his attitude and temperament, and I think he's absolutely right. Everyone should be so excited. What were the stats? You came up with one. Was it one goal every 118 minutes? 18 minutes, yeah. And obviously nine goals in 9 starts. 9 goals in 9 starts, was it? Okay, well, that's doing really well. Yeah. 8.5 today, my man of the match. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, fair enough. And then Alex Lacazette, I'm basically just going to repeat everything I've said for the past 5 weeks. Worked really hard, linked the game really well, but just needs a goal.
Yeah.
Basically it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Quite interesting that he got a bit of standing ovation, didn't he, when he came off?
Probably
mostly for his effort.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was good. The Emirates crowd really did acknowledge his efforts, which is what you want. If you're not scoring, then, if you want your fans behind you because of your work rate, and that's exactly what happened. So I thought that was good to see.
Yeah. There was quite an interesting moment in the second half as well. You can see how desperate he is for a goal. There was a point when Pepe went down the right-hand side and he's crossed it in and it's been blocked by the first man. And if you watch Lacazette, he's in the middle and he's like, the ball's not even there and he's still trying to head it.
Really?
Like, you can see he's desperate for a goal.
He really is,
He
isn't
needs one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He needs one. I think once he gets one, the floodgates might open.
Absolutely. I'd say it'd be a good celebration among the fans when he does as well. So let's hope that's sooner rather than later.
Yeah. As for the sub, was there only one sub?
I'm just desperately trying to think, actually. Yeah.
I think it was only Eddie Nketiah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously good to see him back after his loan spell at Leeds. Didn't really do a lot for me, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he really got involved in the game, so I gave him a 5.5.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. He just needs games, doesn't he? He needs game time. He needs to get in the rhythm of playing again, because as you say, he didn't play well. He didn't play a lot of Leeds. He wasn't allowed to, basically. So
it is quite interesting that Arteta decided to keep him, though.
Yeah.
Send him back. There was a lot of talk of him going out on loan, but a couple of training sessions, Arteta's looked at him, decided to keep him, which is a big show of faith.
Yeah.
I think obviously with the Aubameyang suspension, Arsenal might need him in the short term. But yeah, interesting that he's going to stay. I don't know whether he'll play much in the Europa League or the FA Cup. We'll have to wait and see. So
yeah, I mean, this is a crucial time in his development for an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old.
Now, so,
exactly. Yeah. So he needs to play. So it's going to be really interesting to see how much he does actually play, because if he's getting 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there over the next 6 months, that might actually harm his development, because he needs to be playing every week. Admittedly, he wasn't playing every week at Leeds, so you could say, oh yeah, he needs to go on loan, but there's no guarantee he'll play. So I'm with Arteta. I think he has to stay at Arsenal just to get in the rhythm of things at the club.
We spoke to him at the kit launch, didn't we, in the summer, and he basically said, my target this season is to play and score.
Yeah.
So, hopefully he can do that at Arsenal, but as you say, it's a case of how many minutes is he going to get. I don't know if he'll get that many, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will probably play a feature against Bournemouth in the FA Cup a week on Monday. I'm not sure about Chelsea next week, but you just never know. I remember the game at Blackpool last season. He snatched at a couple of chances, the 3-0 victory up at Bloomfield Road, and maybe his career would have been slightly different if he had put those goals away, and he could have really boosted himself in terms of confidence and goals under his belt, and it didn't come. So hopefully that will come soon. Maybe Bournemouth, hopefully, like you say, a few more starts in the Europa League, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, he didn't really have time to impress today, and looked a little bit off the pace, really. But it's going to come for him, isn't it? So yeah, just a word on the bench as well. I was having a bit of a chat on Twitter with a couple of people. I said it was a strong bench. You had Holding, you had Willock, you had Bellerin. Obviously Eddie as well. There was a couple of other players. Guendouzi, absolutely, and that's Ceballos, who obviously
strange we didn't see him today.
I mean, I just don't think Arteta rates him, or just want to include him because he knows he's going to be leaving it at the end of the season. But I was saying, just as a fact, that it was quite a strong bench. And people were like, well, it's not really a strong bench. I thought it was. I mean, why don't you think it's a strong bench, basically? Let me know. Let us know. Tweet us, give us a little comment here. Because I think if you've got a combination of Guendouzi, Willock, Bellerin, Holding, that is a strong bench. And those players will be there next season, I would say. If you don't think so, let us know why. I'm really interested, because this is a topic I had a bit of a chat with people on Twitter during the game. So, let us know. But is that a strong bench, Dan? What do you think?
I don't know. I agree with you in some regards, but I also look at it and think, well, if you're chasing a game, who are you going to bring on to possibly change it? I think Nketiah... If
you'd have said that after the Burnley game, the 2-1, you'd have gone, Ceballos needs to start, let alone...
Well, yeah, but things change. After the Burnley game, we said, top 4 easy, we'll be fine, look at us now.
But that's how opinions change, but are the players still the same players? I don't think Ceballos has got any worse since August, or did he flatter to deceive?
Has he had another good performance other than the Burnley
No, absolutely not, and I wrote a real in-depth feature on him this week, but I'm just saying, in terms of you being a player, that he's a decent player, isn't he?
Well, obviously, you don't go to Real Madrid.
No, exactly. So my point is, that's a strong bench, regardless of whether they're in form or not. Yeah. Holding, he could easily be Arsenal centre half. Bellerin, we were talking about captain material a few weeks ago. Yeah. So people to go, it's not a strong bench. Why isn't it a strong bench? I think it's a strong bench. Let me know. Seriously, I'm really, really interested in this. Anyway, what would you give Arteta as a mark today?
6.
6. Why?
Yeah. Well, I didn't agree with the Xhaka thing. I know you disagree with my disagreeing. But, Yeah, it's pretty alright.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't understand the Xhaka thing though, which is why I marked him down a little bit. So.
Okay, no, fair enough. Well, obviously a big game on Tuesday. We'll be there, Chelsea away. We've got podcasts this week coming up after the Chelsea game. Reaction. We're going to talk to Jake Core as well. Lots of other specials going on over the next couple of weeks. We've got Up for Grabs with Dan and Serge as well, or Bert and Ernie as we call them. There's a lot more content coming out of Gooner Fanzine TV this year. Thanks for watching. Thanks to our ever growing number of subscribers. And we'll see you soon. Like, comment, share. Let us know what you think. I'm genuinely interested in what you guys think about what we're talking about on all things Arsenal. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Chelsea on Tuesday. Cheers.